Ah, yes, yes, yes. Hello, world. Greetings, backers, friends. Today is, what is the stuff? The date up here. Okay, so it's Friday, July the 21st. I should know this because Hudson turns 10 on Monday, on the 24th. So it's Friday. It's time for an update. No big pieces of news. I did that stunt where I spoke to you from the car last week. I assure you, it was all very safe. But those meetings went just great. We will have a customer service announcement to make for you shortly. Off of the back of that, but I'm really, really, really thrilled about that because Amanda, let's look at Amanda for a second here, make her big on the screen, is astonishing. But we asked you to help us grow a company, and you know, at the moment we have a couple of thousand amazing folks. And if you're, by the way, if you're watching and you're not one of our backers yet, you're welcome to join us anytime that we would like. But we have 2,000 some amazing backers at the moment. An extended family of folks who are, you know, who are on the mailing list and so on.
Don't forget to put me back to small.
But in order to grow it as a company, obviously we need to scale this thing up. And what we found is that at the size that we've been so far, we're able to, you know, Amanda's able to do just an amazing job answering everybody's questions. And being able to do that for a larger group of people is critical to your company being successful as we go forward. So that was the key part of my meeting in Austin. I actually had another one with someone who's been a friend and an advisor of ours for a while, who I think may be getting more involved in the future. Again, nothing ready to announce just yet, but we're very excited about it. So the main thing I want to do this week is I asked Amanda to pull together like the top 3 or 4 questions that folks ask all the time. I thought we'd just go through them live now, answer them straight from the horse's mouth. What's our first question, Amanda?
Well, one of the questions we get most often is, why didn't you collect my address?
That one's pretty simple. It's simply that it slows down the initial cart, right? Tip for anybody who's an entrepreneur, does anything online, the more information you ask people for, the more it slows down the process of the whatever it is you're trying to do. So if you want someone to join your mailing list, just ask for their email address because that's all you need, or email and first name. Don't ask for their address and where they live and how many children they've got, because not as many people will do it. And obviously we want to encourage as many people to back us as possible. So we wanted to keep that initial checkout as simple as possible. And before we ship, we're going to have to get in touch with you anyway because a bunch of people will have moved. You might not want it shipped to your address. You might want it shipped to, maybe you're gifting it to someone else. It's a fantastic gift. Could be any other number of reasons. So we just thought we'll keep it simple at the beginning, and we're going to be back in touch with you later anyway. So that's why. If you want to send us your address, you're welcome. We have a place to put it.
People ask.
Sorry, I muted you for a second there. Carry on, Amanda.
Oh dear. All right. Another question that people like to ask is, can I buy just one item? I just want the Life Charger Extreme.
It is
I just need to be able to fill my car.
It is good, that Life Charger Extreme, isn't it?
Yes.
It is good. So yes, you can. If you just go to magfast.com and you scroll down the page, you can see the individual items and you can buy them individually. I would say if someone says that they just want the Life Charger Extreme, which is $198, it's a little bit nuts not to get a Life Charger as well for another $97 and then get the whole of the Pro kit. I mean, just saying, we are running the numbers in my head quickly. We're actually slightly better off if you just get the Life Charger Extreme, just in terms of the kind of, you know, the profitability and the cost of goods and everything. So we don't. MAGFAST itself doesn't do better if you do that than if you just get a Life Charger Extreme. But for you, I think it's probably a better way to go. But no, the individual items you can do that, and it completely makes sense if you think of. I mean, there's the one for the Apple Watch, which isn't for everyone, but it's like it makes real sense by itself. If you have an Apple Watch, traveling with it, it needs to be charged. Ideal way of holding the charge for a couple of weeks. You know, the road charger, the one that goes up, the one for your car with the built-in flashlights. They're all. If you remember the original presentation, each product is designed to be best in class by itself. So each product is designed to be that if you were out looking for one to plug into the cigarette, outlet in your car, you wanted a charger in your car, Road Charger is designed that if you did a fair comparison of everything that's out there and you weren't afraid to buy something good, because of course there's a lot of junk for $10, but if you want to buy high quality stuff in your life, then Road Charger is designed to be best in class. It's designed to be the one that you would choose if you made all of the comparisons. So each of the products is absolutely designed to be a fantastic value by itself. Of course, the Pro Kit with everything together is an insane value, and it's our kind of gift to you for backing us so early.
The next two questions, they go together. They are, why are we not offering GFI or horizontally arranged or inverted versions?
So the question is, why isn't it one of 15 other things that I've thought of that isn't what you're offering? Okay.
Yes.
So this is something that probably isn't a question from somebody who's ever been involved in manufacturing and managing different lines of products. Having multiple versions of something, it's really difficult to describe until you've done it. If you've been a shop owner, you might understand this. If you have lots of different versions of something, it's called inventory management, basically. If you're truly going to offer, let's just do this for a second. So someone said they wanted it horizontal, right, instead of vertical. Well, there's two types of horizontal. Some people's outlets are twisted that way, and some are twisted that way. So you couldn't just do one horizontal, you'd have to do two. Oh, and some people's are upside down, so now we'd have to do one like that. Okay, so now we've got 4 versions instead of 1. Other people in the same question want it to come in 7 different colors. So now we've got 4 different versions times 7. What are 4 sevens? 28. So now we're managing 28 different versions. We're already committed to doing basic, surge protected, and double the power. So now we're 28 times 3, 84, I think. Is that 84?
I believe so.
Yeah. So now we're managing 84. Now we're managing 84 different versions. We have to manufacture them in the correct quantities. They have to be packaged and labeled separately. They have to be for shipping. They have to be. You can put several in a box, but they have to be in individual boxes. And then you've got to maintain those levels of inventory. And guess what? The minute someone wants the pink left-hand twisted one in surge protection and you don't have it, they're cross with you. All right. So if you are buying a car and the car is which is a high-value item, right? So there's it's kind of worth offering lots of options and letting people make their own, and then you can assemble the car for them. But in mass manufacturing like this, it's incredibly expensive and hard and frankly risky for a young company to offer multiple versions. So most outlets are loaded vertically. Most, not all, but most are. Wall charger still works. It does everything that it's supposed to do in the other 2 positions, including, although we would never recommend it, you can actually put your phone on. I mean, there's a friend of ours down the road who has a previous generation, and all her outlets are upside down, and she just hangs the phone off at the bottom. We would never recommend it, right? But the USB outlets are absolutely fine like that. The outlets on the front are absolutely fine like that. And of course, you'll be able to magnetically snap the other items on are absolutely fine. They don't have to be on the top or the bottom. They can be side, anything like that. So that's the answer. The risk to your young company, to our young company, by having multiple variations is and the benefit is really very, very tiny, because the truth is it's so awesome. All right, there are very few people who could go, oh, it's really amazing and I love it, but it isn't fluorescent pink, so I won't. The actual increase in potential sales or backers from having multiple colors is marginal. It would be a few. So we would get this much benefit in return for this much extra complexity and risk, right? guess what? If you order too many fluorescent pink ones and nobody wants them, you're in trouble. Now we know your preferences in advance here, and the truth is, we've already had a request from the manufacturers not to do the green, because we're doing alpine white and forest green, right? Which is just two choices, and we're, as you know, very committed to the environment. We've already had a request not to do the green because it makes everything more complicated. And we've said no. This is part of who we are. We celebrate the environment. A fifth of our customers have chosen. We're committed to this, but we're not committed to adding loads of other colors. For now, down the road, right, when we're bigger, we have greater resources and better ability to manage all of that. We can do that. Oh, by the way, and just now when we were multiplying out different versions, we were just talking about wall charger there, right? Doing the different sideways versions. But if we start offering the versions we just described for wall charger, then right the way down the line, so you'd have to have road charger and air charger and life charger and life charger. And time charger. All of these would need to be in fluorescent pink as well, because people would be bitching, oh, I've got my fluorescent pink sideways wall charger, but you don't make the other stuff to match it. So we're making it in beautiful, gorgeous alpine forest green, and that's where we're starting.
Which is wonderful. I like the green. The next question on our list is actually from people who haven't had the chance to get a free wall charger or to get a pro kit or back us, and that is because they would like to go watch our presentation of the launch event.
Yeah, okay. So this is folks who are on the website. They sign up to they're signing up to see the presentation for the first time. Yes.
Yes, and what's happened is that we have a texting system to remind people to go to the presentation,
yep.
And occasionally the email that they're supposed to receive hasn't arrived where they expect it to or at the right time. And we're working on getting this fixed, but they want to know where their link to the presentation is. And they're texting me.
And what's the answer?
I'm getting the text, which is 100% excellent. Well, when they text me, I've been trying to look up their phone number and then come back and email them their link, because we're in the process of building the customer service that lets me answer their text with a text.
Yeah. So I just want to make a sort of general comment here. First of all, you guys, our backers, are amazing, because I think, and partly because we explain it to you, and partly because it's smarter than the average bear. But this is hard, right? This is hard to do. It seems so simple. You walk into a store, you see a product, you pick it off, you pay for it, you're done. But actually, behind the scenes, it's incredibly hard to make all this stuff happen. And Amanda's describing here something where people register for the event. We send out an email immediately, right? We immediately send out an email when someone registers to join us for the event. But we don't control where the email goes. We send it to the address you give us. A significant proportion of people mistype their email address, right? They just type in a wrong address. They typo their own email address. I understand that. I've done it a million times, but it's like,
I've done it a couple times testing the system.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not our fault if someone types the wrong email address, right? I mean, there is nothing we can do about that. So if they do the right address, it then goes off. And then Google decides, oh, yes, one day they'll go, yes, I think we'll put this in their main inbox. Oh, no, we'll put this in a promotional tab. Oh, we'll put this in the... So, and then one day it's spam, right? Which it never is, because we're meticulous about our emailing. But the filters, catch an odd word on they're the filters in a grumpy mood one day. So we send out the emails, and then we've added this thing for texting, and some people reply to the text, which we never thought would happen. It's just a text saying, hey, confirming you're registered. And people write back saying, hey, great to know I'm registered. Love what you guys are doing. Oh, by the way, where's my link? And those reply texts were just getting lost in the ether for a while, and now we've got a thing where they come to Amanda, and it turns out that the system she's got receives the text, but when she clicks on the reply button, people aren't getting the text for reply. So we're working to build that. Just saying, this stuff's really hard, and you guys are amazing for being on the journey with us and being patient with us while we do it. Okay, what's next?
Next is, I was going to say that we should also talk a little bit about the system that we're setting up so that when people who are on the payment plans have things like their credit card numbers change and things like that, we have a system in place to help.
We do. So let's just talk about the payment plans really quickly. About a third of folks use the payment plan now. It's settled down at about a third. And that way it's spread out over 6, and the total over 6 is a bit more than it would be if you paid in full. The reason for that is we're a young company. We're not a bank, right? If you want to borrow money, you go to the bank. But we wanted to find a way that helps everybody, so we have the payment plan. And what happens is it's a little bit more money, but it's also a lot more trouble. Like we're making the thing that we're really good at is designing beautiful products and showing them to you. Everything else is to support that, right? Everything else is creating systems to support the thing that we're good at. So it turns out that people are on a 6-pay payment plan, and they fill up their card, or their card runs out. Like it comes to the expires along the process, and we didn't previously have anything in place to follow up with people whose payments were failing. Right, so now we have that in place, and so anyone who's on the payment plan, and God bless you, we love all of our backers. We've now got a comprehensive system in place. I'm going to say the name of the company, Bear Metrics. If you own your own business, maybe this will be helpful for you. So we're working with these guys at Bear Metrics. We have a system that will anticipate if your card is going to expire a month from now, and send you an email. And if it's going to expire a week from now, you get another email. And then if it's just failed, you get. And we've got a thing where you can just click, and it'll take you right to a page where you can update your super simple page. It's MAGFAST, update your card, and you can update it. It would be huge for us if you get one of those emails, if you could just click and do it, because it means that everything stays on track. I told you about the customer service last week. Customer service that like at the moment Amanda does it, not quite for free, but mostly from the goodness of her heart. All right, but as we move to doing great customer service, which is what you deserve, costs like a 3 or 4 times multiple of minimum wage. Okay, it is per hour. This is something that is not. This isn't something that is cheap. So every time someone emails a question that the answer was in the FAQ, so we want to be great. We want to get back to you, but just understand that every time something comes in, it chips away $2 or $5 or $10 from the money that's available to run the business. And we're grown-ups. We don't expect we don't expect to do no customer service. In fact, we're committed to doing great customer service. But it's just really important to understand that's what's going on. So every time we set up an automated system to just, like in this case, the credit cards, it's so helpful if you can just do it rather than waiting for it to fail and then calling up, and then it becomes a whole thing.
Honestly, if they need to, email in to hello@magfast because they need a little help. If they need to email hello@magfast.com,
absolutely,
I am always happy to help update.
So
everything work. I really am. I like helping people, so I really am happy to help.
Yeah. And thank you for highlighting that, because it's kind of both. It's like we're committed to doing an amazing job on customer service, and we love talking to our customers, and it's crazy expensive to provide great customer service. So please keep that in mind. With companies you love, like us, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, right? Just understand that it's that's what the airlines go. Oh, they're charging me money to call customer service. Well, the airlines make virtually no money on the flight, right? They make money by selling baggage and selling this and selling that. That's why some of them have this thing where they charge extra. If you can buy it yourself online, it costs extra if you call in, and that's why. I'm not supporting the airlines. I'm just saying that behind the scenes, the dynamics of running customer support are that it's really hard and really expensive, and you rightly feel you should be able to get in touch with us at 2 a.m. on a Saturday morning. We can't do that right now. When we get professional customer service, we will be able to do it, but we're going to have to pay for it. All right, what else is next?
The only other question I have for you today is people are curious about wireless charging and their handy-dandy Apple phones.
Right, so Apple, no current Apple phone has wireless charging, right? So we'll do it one piece at a time. So talking about any current or past generation Apple phone, there are cases available from multiple manufacturers. You go on Amazon, go on wherever, and make your selection. You get a case that allows Qi charging, okay, which is the main standard that we'll be supporting. You get the case, you put it on. It then becomes a phone that can wirelessly charge. So you can take it to Starbucks and these other places, or buy one of those discs. I have one of those discs here. Get one of these discs like this that you can get. This is just one I got on Amazon. You just plug a cable in the back. That sits on your desk. And you can just put your phone right on top of it. So you can convert any current generation Apple phone to a wirelessly charging phone by buying one of these cases. And some of the cases can store power as well, and some of them are just provide a way of getting wireless power into your phone. Right. The new phones, the short answer is nobody knows, right? Because Apple doesn't, until they announce their stuff, they don't. So we don't know the day that Apple will announce what they're doing yet. It hasn't been confirmed. It's often around at the time of my birthday, September the 12th. But please, there's no need to do anything about that. No, but they usually do it around the first couple of weeks of September. The rumors, and we watch the rumors. So two things. One is MAGFAST is a licensee of Apple's MFI program, which is the program where Apple give technical information to companies that make things to work with Apple stuff, right? So we're a licensee of their program, so we have access to all of their technical data that we use when it comes to parts of MAGFAST that work with Apple. So that would be the lightning tips, it would be the Apple Watch connector, essentially, right? So for the cables and the tips that plug into Apple, and then also the Apple Watch connector. As soon as Apple publishes information so that non-Apple companies can do wireless with them, we will have access to it. So no one will be ahead of us on this, all right, apart from Apple themselves. But here's what the rumors are. This is what I should have said at the front, because folks are concerned about this. All of the rumors, these are the rumors. I'm not telling you what's going to happen, but all of the rumors that I'm reading, or the bulk of the rumors that I'm reading, which come from people who study the supply chain to see what parts are being ordered and this and that. We think what is most likely is that one or more of the new Apple phones will have wireless charging, and that it will support the existing standard, right? Because Apple's coming into a world where there already is wireless charging. So we think it's likely that the new wireless Apple phones will be able to go to Starbucks or whatever and use existing wireless charging infrastructure, but that they likely will layer like something super duper on top of that. So if you have Apple's super duper charger, charging their charger, or future MagStaff stuff that incorporates this technology through the Apple's MFI program, then you'll get the super duper charging level. And if you don't have that, if you have the current generation of wireless technology, then you'll still be able to charge. It just won't be quite as fast. The truth is, everyone gets in a frizz about speed of charging. Most charging is done overnight, and every